So have you worked out yet why they're not doing it?
No, I don't really know why. As far as we're aware, they've got all the permission. We think they've got all the equipment, they've got the sound, so there's no technical reason why they can't start. I don't.
This isn't strange to me.
Well, they're all gunned for a couple of weeks ago.
Officer! Officer!
Let him come, Hamish.
Officer! What's he doing walking down the middle of the road?
We did it the other day.
Did he?
Yeah. Alright. Is there anything you want to say about Thursday, the way everybody conducted themselves?
We conducted ourselves very well. You didn't.
Why, what did I do wrong?
Turn your lovely videos round. I'll tell you what, we don't want to see you down here,
right, okay.
because you twist everything for your friend up there. Go and join your little clown.
Okay.
Go on.
Is that all you have to say on the matter? Anything else you want to say?
To you, nothing.
The way people conducted themselves?
We conducted ourselves in an excellent manner.
What I'd like to do first of all is I will respect Gail Bradbrook when she wants to speak, so long as everybody else, under the flag of truce, allows Julian to speak also. I think that's only fair. But we're going to have our voices heard, and we're going to have the truth heard as well, because that's exactly what's on that flag. So this has just been posted on it's a blog. It's Out of the Woods blog. Extinction Rebellion, Not the Struggle, We Need, Part 1. And many people need to be talking about this. We need to be questioning Gail Bradbrook. We need to be questioning what's behind her. So very shortly, we can do exactly the same thing. So you've not respected dealing with some activists, but if anyone is feeling up to it, some activist organisation. And these people who are drumming disrespect the people that actually stop fracking. So Pat Davis, we honour you, and hopefully you want a productive life with all your serious ailments.
I'm in the back of the van and I'm doing a little bit of a wee, another bit of a wee. And the copper has had a really good laugh there. He's back.
Are you one of us?
I'm
Have a
friends with
fucking
everybody.
finger.
I'm friends with everybody, mate.
Fuck off. We conducted ourselves in an excellent manner.
Hey, how about paedophile? The woman beater. No, it's never you, it's a woman. No, it isn't. You know that plan that you devastated with being out there?
I'm trying to talk to you.
That is harassment. That is abuse. That is not something that we do here, is it?
Just watch out for the road, mate. Yeah.
Alright, well, I want this man moving out of the way. I want to speak to my MEP.
We're speaking to him, aren't we? Just give
Alright,
us a
cheers,
sec.
bud. Thank you, 5617.
Hamish, you're having your say now, aren't you? He's got his right to have his say.
I have a right
as
to
well.
see my
Go
MEP.
down there. So let go for us, fella, else we're just going to end up removing you from it.
His say is abuse and harassment. That is not having
Where's
your
your
say.
evidence?
This is holding this Hamish.
Where is your evidence?
He's allowed to go around and do his
Thank you, I am. It's called
wherever
freedom
he
of
wants to
speech.
go.
Freedom of
Okay,
expression.
if you
Are
holding
you
on to
stopping my human
this,
right?
if this descends in some sort of way, it's not going to involve me, but if it descends in some sort of scrap, someone gets hurt,
don't want that,
someone
do
gets
we?
someone gets accused of assaulting him. If that happens, it's on your head.
We'll deal with that.
You better make sure that doesn't happen. You better make sure that doesn't happen.
Right, we're going to be
If you come, Gazy, you're probably going to provoke someone. You're trying to provoke someone, Gazy.
Okay, but let us deal with that side of things,
Well,
okay?
I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go.
Thank you very much.
I think it's an unwise decision to allow him to provoke someone into that situation.
Hamish, we'll manage it.
We'll manage that situation.
If someone gets arrested, I'm going to be really pissed off with you.
Last time he was allowed.
Well, this guy that attacked me and threw my phone over there.
Just 1 second. That is what
This guy was a witness in a trial of Arundel internal
we haven't got the agenda. That's for us to manage.
I want to get this out of the road.
damage that it does when he comes here and he does this.
But I want to get this out of the road.
Please, from the wheel. Cliff,
You know very well that this is a bad thing.
Cliff,
But you just
Cliff,
let it wrong, don't you?
please can you move your foot from there so that we can move this truck on?
What do you have to say?
Cliff, just put your foot.
Another controversial moment. Do you want to say anything about this one?
His goal is to provoke people and upset people and hurt people, and the result eventually is going to involve someone losing their temper with him. And I think it's a real shame that that person is going to, receive some sort of criminal prosecution or procedure, given that they could have stopped him winding people up without any justification. It's all based on lies and fantasy and jealousy, and I just think it's such a pity. He's such an irrelevance, and yet he's hurting people here, and they've got no right to be hurt. It's without any justification.
I'm actually interested in other people's points of views as well, and I released some videos recently, public record of events, and I understand some people are taking it the wrong way, which I don't know
anything about that.
No, it's fine. I've been told now by an activist I'm not welcome there anymore. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anything about it.
We don't watch any of the nonsense that's got anything to do with it, because it is absolute nonsense.
Well, just for the record, I come down and record a public record of events. So, I mean, I don't tell people what to do.
No,
but honestly, if people want to take offence at what I've done, then that's their issue. And if they want to talk to me about it, I'm happy about that. But one person's confronted me, and I'll have to speak to that person if they want to speak to me. Yeah. So, you stick to yourselves.
I don't know that person is or anything about it.
At the end of the day, it is what it is.
Basically, I'm against the government. I'm against fracking everywhere. I'm for better democracy. I'm for people caring about people and caring about the land we live on and understanding what we need. That we need the land, we need safety, we need care for each other, and we've got to stop polluting the world with flying everywhere, abusing. I still drive a car and I feel very difficult about it. I'm trying more and more not to use it, but I try to fill it when I'm using it. Try to fill it with firewood to help the camps. I try to fill it with people to come and protest. So I still needed to protest to get here from South Manchester to this site in Blackpool, near Blackpool. So there are complications that everybody has, but we all try and work out the best we can. I haven't flown on an aeroplane for 20 years, apart from a small exception to see very young children growing up fast in Germany at the plea of the parents. I have a brother living in New Zealand and nephews in New Zealand, but I'm not going to visit them ever again. My brother comes here sometimes, but he doesn't seem to be very aware about climate change. Sadly, he has other priorities in his life. I'll go on talking forever, but it's ridiculously boring for you.
Well, can I just ask you one thing? How far do you think you are of helping to prevent fracking taking place?
Sometimes I think we're really close, and sometimes I'm in horrible despair. I get very despairing if I venture into the Arndale in Manchester, which is jammed full of people eating, drinking and making merry and spending money stupidly on ridiculous things for their children. It's highly biblical. They're all doomed. They're all wasting their time. They're all spending their money stupidly. They're bringing up their children the wrong way, and I get absolutely despairing of the human race. But I come here and I find people who make tremendous effort to come here for the sake of their children and grandchildren. And they're sacrificing so much to be here. Some come long distances, some come a short way, but they come again and again and again. And it's just so inspiring. I can't tell you the contrast from one to the other.
If I was to say you've been granted one wish, what would that wish be?
Oh Lord. I'd probably say kill Boris Johnson, but that wouldn't help us enough.
I'm glad you didn't wish that.
I need to eliminate all Tories. Let's start with that. We'll eliminate all Tories. I don't care how you eliminate them, just get rid of them.
Thank you very much. Is there anything you'd like to say to people watching this, like a personal message?
Do what you can as a human being and be yourself. Be strong in yourself. Trust your nature. Don't be taken in by the BBC or any other popular anything. If it's popular, it's dangerous. Check it out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tina. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here today, and thanks for the invite to speak. As Tina said, one of the consequences of climate change has been a push on the movement of refugees. Because I don't know if you know, in terms of climate change being a driver of creating the movement of refugees, we have a situation where official organisations such as the UN, the United Nations, organisations among those, if you like, most responsible for climate change, they do not acknowledge climate change as what they refer to as a push factor for creating this movement of refugees. So if you look at the UN, the official definition of refugees for them are people forced to leave because of violence, persecution or war. Now clearly this fails to include climate change. So if, for instance, people are fleeing their homes because of hunger which is caused by the effects of climate change, then they will not be defined as having fled because of climate change, but they will be defined as having fled because of hunger. And at the moment, we have a situation where some people are fleeing their homes temporarily because of extreme weather, and because it's temporary, they are still able to return. But more and more, with the increase in the crisis in climate change, more and more you're having a situation where people's homes, agriculture and so on is being permanently destroyed, which is causing people having to leave their homes permanently. So in 2018, it was recorded that 16.1 million people were displaced because of extreme weather. And in terms of what that means for the future, the lower predictions are that by 2050, 200 to 500 million people will be displaced because of extreme weather. Now, for example, today, 40% of humans live less than 100 kilometres from the sea. Therefore, because of the predicted rise in sea levels, this will mean big numbers of people, big numbers of those people living by the sea, having to flee where they live. They'll probably have to flee because they depend on work in agriculture locally, and this agriculture will have been destroyed because of sea levels rising, because of crops being destroyed, seawater entering fresh water, flooding, and so on. And without any doubt, climate change affects people disproportionately. It affects disproportionately poor communities, black communities, minority communities. So it's the people who are least responsible for climate change who are most and disproportionately affected by it. A few years ago of the USA, in 2005, 1 million people fled because of Hurricane Katrina when that happened in New Orleans. We have to say that the ongoing plight of refugees in the Mediterranean has probably been brought most sharply by the situation which has been taking place in Italy. And we've seen the situation in other European countries as well. But in Italy, we see a situation with a far-right interior ministry Matteo Salvini, a man who's to line up with open borders. Matteo Salvini has been attacking refugees consistently. I don't know if you saw just in the past couple of days, the actor Richard Gere has actually come into conflict with Salvini over his policy towards refugees. And then a few days ago, the Italian Parliament passed a law proposed by Salvini which said that, first of all, boat captains, people captaining ships coming into Italy, who are bringing refugees into Italy, these captains of the ships will be arrested if they are unauthorised to do so. The law has said that the boats bringing these refugees in will be confiscated, and the owners of these operations can be fined between 150,000 to 1 million euros. And that is up to the equivalent of £918,000. Quite rightly, this new law has been heavily criticised by groups such as Médecins Sans Frontières and other human rights groups. Médecins Sans Frontières said that this anti-refugee legislation, and I quote, will inflict suffering, putting at risk the lives of vulnerable people. Another organisation which provides support for people crossing the Mediterranean said that, and we've got a quote here, they said that clearly the sole intention of this legislation is to intimidate those showing solidarity with migrants. And we've all seen the footage of the mass numbers of people fleeing, and indeed the mass numbers of people horrifically dying in the Mediterranean Sea in terms of what's happening there. But I think it's important to say we've also seen great resistance against the far right and against racist legislation. So again, in Italy, the captain of the boat Sea-Watch 3, only recently broke a blockade back in June to stop her from reaching Italy after she had rescued 40 refugees and took these refugees in her boats. She was arrested for this, was subsequently freed, but her case is still ongoing. We've also seen, I don't know if you saw this, a Spanish firefighter, a man called Miguel Roldan. Miguel, a firefighter, actually went over to, not while he was doing his job, he went over to help one of the refugee support groups to rescue refugees in the Mediterranean. There's an excellent video about this, actually it's a very harrowing video as well. But I don't know if you know, Miguel is actually facing up to 20 years in prison in Italy for coming over to try and help refugees. For supposedly, what he's been targeted with is helping illegal immigrants and all this sort of nonsense. Now, one of the things that has been happening has been that firefighters like Miguel, other people involved in these organisations, have been actually physically having to get people out of the sea while they are fleeing. Because understandably, one of the things that carries on in this situation is you have boats which are overcrowded. As soon as these people, in desperation, see another vessel approaching them, they jump out to try to get to the other vessel, they get in the sea, and one of the things that such people in Miguel have to do immediately is to try and rescue these people and stop them from dying. Now this then means they have to spend a lot of their time, quite rightly, trying to look after these people, looking after them. These people are often freezing, suffering from trauma, and so on. And we should also say that when people like Roldan are facing 20 years in prison, at the same time, far-right politicians like Salvini are saying that NGO vessels trying to come to Italy with refugees, his words were, these rescue ships will only see Italy on a postcard. This is the sort of attitude that's been the anti-refugee policy that's taking place across Europe. Now, I'd advise you to listen to Miguel Roldan's video whenever you can. I had the pleasure of seeing him speak a few months ago, and I just want to quote a couple of things he said, which I think are really important. Miguel said about his experiences in the Mediterranean, "I saw a lot of pain, suffering and death. It was horrific. We tried to do everything legally and came up against a lot of bureaucracy, and that actually cost a lot of migrants their lives. At times they were left to drown because we hadn't been given permission by the Italians to rescue them. It's the living who have to cope with all the trauma and rebuild their lives. I always wonder what happens to the people that have been rescued. They've been through such a horrible ordeal. How do you come to that? And if any of us were in any doubt that the situation in the Mediterranean for refugees isn't getting any worse, you only need to look at what organisations such as the UNHCR and the International Organisation for Migrants have said. In their estimates, 1,940 people have reached Italy from North Africa since 2019, and almost 350 of them died en route. So this actually puts the death rate for those crossing at more than 15%. In total, around 600,000 migrants have made the crossing since 2014, with more than 14,000 reported killed or missing while doing so. And one of the points I really want to make is that I mentioned before about far-right politicians like Matteo Salvini trying to link up with open fascists in Italy. This is a process that we're seeing across Europe with the Alternative for Deutschland party, a mainstream racist party which now has open fascists sitting in the German parliament, which I think is an astounding situation for the 21st century when you think what Germany, Italy and all the other countries in Europe went through just over 70 years ago. But we also tried to see a certain fascist in this country. Tommy Robinson tried to link up with the mainstream UKIP. Robinson, of course, tried to stand recently, didn't he, to win the Northwest MEP seat for our region. And I'm delighted to say that we absolutely thrashed that fascist in that election. And I want to say as well that it's interesting that while the fascists and the far right tried to whip up anti-migrant rhetoric, actually that was not the response from the majority of ordinary people in this country and elsewhere. The majority of ordinary people, their response to the refugee crisis as soon as it started was to get involved, was to raise funding and support and solidarity for the refugees. That's what we've got to keep up. We've got to keep raising the slogan, refugees are welcome here. These people are being displaced by climate change. We have to defend them and stand with them. I also want to invite everyone here to our international conference in London on October 19th, where we'll also be discussing this stuff. But thank you again for the invite to be here today. We've got to stand by these people. No racism, no fascism. Thank you. We'll see you in court. A selection of vegan sausage rolls and vegan Belgian buns. And as some of you will have picked up, the United Nations now is actually saying we all need to move towards a plant-based diet as a way of helping to prevent climate crisis and climate breakdown. We'll be going around assuming that the people haven't already started in the Canada, but who can tell? I mean, they do a fantastic job. I'm not a political guru, but one thing I do want to give is a little piece of advice. It's looking like we may well have a general election in the next couple of months or so. And my advice to you is have a look at your record of the MPs and the candidates to see what their record is on fracking. And if it's not good,
I will not stay quiet. Barbara Richardson, Chair of Rosica, that sold out Preston New Road. Only down here when the cameras come on. Only down here for the publicity. Barbara Richardson, how long have you lived here? 9 years. Bit strange that, innit? How long's fracking been here? Very strange that, innit? So there we go. All the fascists of the Green Party, of Greenpeace, of Friends of the Earth. John Upton at the end there, that's already threatened me with data protection. How did that go, John Upton? Very well. Right.